When it comes to owning one of the latest and deadliest guns, you may have the sleekest and lightest pistols to sharpest snipers. But have you ever wondered about one of the most expensive guns? It's not always the harm that guns can give that sets their price. Rather, sometimes the history related to them and their finest shape can give them some heavy price tags. That's why in our video today, we're going to have a look at the 10 most expensive guns ever sold at auction. One thing for sure about this video is that it's going to be mind-blowing for gun lovers. But before we get started, make sure to smash the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss any interesting video from us. Having said that, let's have a look at these expensive guns. Number 10. Hitler's Golden Gun, $114,000. Who doesn't know Hitler when it comes to spreading terror and ruining the entire cities in just seconds? But still, he used to keep a gun with him that was sold for a massive price. The 10th most expensive gun ever sold at an auction that was owned by Hitler was a 7.6mm Walter PP, aka the Führer's Golden Gun. It's interesting to know that this gun was presented to Hitler on his 50th birthday in 1939 by famous German gunsmith Karl Walter. To add charm to the beauty of the gun, it was embellished with fine art, and even the two letters AH are also engraved against both sides of the white ivory grip that stands for Adolf Hitler. What's interesting about this gun is that there are rumors that it's the same gun Hitler used to commit suicide. Though facts tell another story that the gun was discovered in Hitler's old apartment in Munich on April 29, 1945. In 1987, it was sold at auction for a whopping $114,000 price tag to an anonymous bidder. It's believed that if this is put on auction again, its price could easily reach millions, which seems quite true. Number 9. EARP'S Colt 45 Revolver, $225,000. Before discussing this legendary revolver, first we should know its legacy that will make it one of its kind. Wyatt Earp was famous for his audacious services as a law enforcement officer and secondly, for his indulgence in every profitable business venture, from running a brothel to a barber shop. Even he was a gambler and a gold miner too that highlighted him in the entire world. He was one of the most iconic and dashing figures in the American Old West, and anything related to him could easily be sold for thousands of dollars. His Colt 45 was sold at a whopping price of $225,000 in an auction, and it's said to be the same gun that was used in the notorious OK Corral shootout that gave it the world's attention. Number 8. The gun that killed Jesse James, $350,000. On number 8, we have the .44 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol that was used to kill Jesse James, the most wanted bandit of the West. Jesse James was an American convict, noticed for leading a wild gang who carried out multiple bank and train robberies during the second half of the 1800s. Shortly, he came to be a legendary figure of the Wild West, spreading his rule as a robber. James and his gang robbed more than 20 banks and looted $200,000 during their prime. His fellow gang member shoots him in the head with this very gun in the greed of the bounty placed on his head by the government. No doubt, the gun that was used to kill him can have a very heavy price tag. That's why it was sold for $350,000 in an auction. Number 7. Teddy Roosevelt Shotgun, $862,000. Theodore Roosevelt is considered to be one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history, and his double-barrel shotgun was his constant companion in every journey, including the famous African safari in 1909. It's said that Roselius purchased it with the pious intention of displaying this historical gun at the Panhandle Plain Historical Museum, so that residents of the surrounding could have a look at one of the most elegant guns of that time. Due to the enormous history that the gun has in it, its price reached the sky at an auction, and it was sold for a whopping $862,500. At the time it was sold, it was the most expensive gun sold for a massive price. Number 6. Texas Ranger Sam Wilson's Colt Walker, $920,000. Back in 1847, Texas Rangers granted Colt Walker's revolver to Sam Wilson, who was considered to be one of the legendary Rangers of the time. Due to the massive history that this gun has attached to it, its price could easily hit thousands of dollars because it is the gun that would have witnessed many historical events. Apart from the history that is giving it extra price, another important thing is the lesser number of these guns that were produced, as the total number of guns was only 1,100. Surprisingly, this very gun is still in perfect condition and even can be used to fire again. It can be used to shoot either a .44 caliber round ball or a .220 grain bullet. That is one of the reasons that this gun sold for a majestic $920,000 at auction. Number 5. Colt Paterson Revolver, $977,500. Incredibly, the Colt Paterson revolver was the first ever repeating pistol licensed by Samuel Colt in 1836, and even this design established the groundwork for the revolvers we make today. Its name is against the city of Paterson, Jersey, where it was first manufactured. Being a part of the first ever repeating revolvers fleet and being in a mind-blowing pristine condition caused the Colt Paterson revolver to be sold for a gigantic $977,500 at auction. Number 4. Gold Inlaid Colt Model 1849 Pocket Revolver, $1.1 million. This gun shows the phenomenal evolution of the design and technology from the 1836 Colt Paterson to the 1849 Pocket Revolver. This Colt Paterson's new model was meant to be more streamlined and transportable, which is why it was one of the most popular models of its time. The artistic gold inlays have been masterfully inscribed in the gun handle and barrel, causing the price to skyrocket, bringing it to a whopping $1.1 million at auction. Number 3. Simon Bolivar's Flintlock Pistols, $1,687,500. This set of flintlock pistols carry a vast historical meaning as they were owned by the politician and military leader responsible for the independence of several South American states from the Spanish Empire. Bolivar is one of the most influential Hispanic leaders that the world has ever seen, and his pistols certainly show off the man's reputation in an effortless style. The sheer historical presence of these guns make up the value, as these witnessed the bloodshed and struggles of people fighting for independence. That's why the set was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1,687,500. Surely the owner of the gun would be keeping it near his heart. Number 2. George Washington Saddle Pistols, $1.9 million. This is the second most expensive set of guns ever sold at an auction, and they belong to America's first president, George Washington. These pistols saw and fought for the very birth of the nation, and due to this reason, they have the essence of American history. The pair is well over 240 years old and is still in very good shape and condition. They were bought in 2002 by the Richard King Mellon Foundation at Christie's that donated them to the Fort Ligonier Museum near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don't expect to see these pistols on auction anytime soon because they will be kept at their location for a long time with an estimated price of $1.9 million. Number 1. The gun that assassinated President Lincoln. Priceless. This gun is considered to be the most historical gun on the list, and it's number 1 for a reason. This was the very gun that was used to assassinate President Lincoln. It's only 6 inches long, which fitted perfectly in Booth's hands before he shot the president. It's interesting to know that back in the 1800s, it was sold for just $25, which in today's money would be a hefty price. This gun has always been desired by one of the richest gun lovers around, but still, it has not been brought to auction. No one can estimate what price tag this historical gun has, but one thing is sure, this gun is going to be priceless. Did you know that these most expensive and historical guns still exist in the world today? Don't be shy to comment right below which gun do you want to add to your weapons collection. Before going anywhere, make sure to smash the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss any interesting videos from us. Until the next video, stay tuned.